Dollypogs by David Thorn. A true tale of three of man's best-loved friends with just a smidgen of sheer magical imagination. Chapter 1. Miss Dolly's First Night at Chula Lane.
Dollypogs wasn't really her name at all. Oh, goodness me, no. It was really just plain Dolly. But that's what Mr. D always called her, right from the very start, though sometimes he would call her Miss Dolly, to be polite. After all, she was a lady. Mr. D brought Dollypogs to the little house on Chula Lane a long, long time ago, when she was only just a little more than 6 weeks old. At the kennel where she was born, and spent the first few weeks of her life, he placed her in a big cardboard box house, and wrapped her gently in a huge, soft, woolly blue towel, so that she would be cozy and warm for the journey to her new home. When they arrived at Chula Lane, Dollypogs was finally allowed out of her cardboard box house, and she had a lovely time exploring the kitchen, sniffing every corner of it with all of its wonderful smells, her very pink nose twitching this way and that way and every which way, and now and again sneezed so hard that she shook all over, which made her very, very wobbly on her tiny little legs, which were just still learning to walk. But by and by, like all very young little puppies, she soon became very, very sleepy, with all of the excitement of being in her new home, and all of her explorations, that Mr. D had to lift her gently onto the soft woolly blue towel in the big cardboard box house, where she quickly fell into a deep and dreamful sleep. And so began her very first day of many, many more to come at Chula Lane. When it was finally time for Miss Dolly to go to bed that first night, Mr. D, who had been very busy in the garden tending to the flowers and the rose bushes, tucked the big cardboard box house under his arm and took her upstairs. Now everyone knows that puppies which are very, very young, like Miss Dolly was, miss the warmth and comfort of their mothers so much, and feel so terribly lonely and lost, that they cry and cry for a very long time before eventually falling asleep. Mr. D knew this very well, so on his way to bed he first placed the big cardboard box house in the bathroom on the floor, wrapped Miss Dolly snugly in the soft woolly blue towel, and tiptoed away, hoping that she would fall asleep quickly. And then off he went himself, and climbed into bed. But Miss Dolly didn't fall asleep at all. Instead, she cried and whimpered for so long and so loud and sounding so very, very sad, that Mr. D could not bear to hear her crying any longer. Up he got from his bed, put on his bathrobe and slippers, and tiptoed down the corridor to the bathroom. He opened the door very, very quietly, and when he peeked in, the little cries grew louder and louder, and there was little Miss Dolly trying, oh, so very hard to climb up the walls of a big cardboard box house to get out. And all the time she cried,
Oh dear, I have to get out. I've just got to get out. Oh, somebody, please help me.
And she whimpered loud enough to wake up every single mouse in the house. Mr. D couldn't bear it, so he bent down and lifted Miss Dolly out of the box